Welcome to Sharing is Caring podcast. I am Olena, and today I want to talk about the one person who can shut down your biggest dreams, derail your best intentions, and burn down the bridges to your future. And you look at this person every single morning in the mirror. Self-sabotage. But let's be authentic about what it really is. It's not about being lazy or lacking willpower. Self-sabotage is fundamentally a misguided act of self-protection. It's our system choosing the pain we know over the potential success we don't. We favor the certainty of the cage over the freedom of the uncertain. So, where does this mountain of resistance live in our system? It lives in our subconscious mind. This part of your brain isn't interested in your future happiness, your 5-year plan, or your big ambitious goals. It's interested in one thing only: survival and predictability. Your subconscious operates on a single principle: familiarity equals safety. In fact, Richard Bentley says, the moment we become absolutely certain about something, we stop learning and noticing. Certainty is where thinking ends. Even being certain about our uncertainty keeps us trapped in rigid patterns. And think about it, when you're on the verge of making breakthrough, about to launch that product, or finally stick to the routine or enter a truly healthy relationship, you're stepping into an unknowing identity. Your old struggling identity must have been unhappy, as it was predictable. When the new successful identity appears, the subconscious mind screams, danger, unpredictable environment. The effect? You procrastinate, you suddenly decide your project is terrible, you self-sabotage to yank yourself back to the known comfort zone. We seek comfort in the familiar, even if the familiar is miserable. We choose the misery because the misery is knowing. This brings me directly to the brilliant philosophy of Brianna Waste. The central idea of the work, the mountain, is you. We spend our lives looking at external obstacles. We see the mountain as the impossible deadline, the toxic boss, the financial scarcity. We believe if we could just move the external mountain, we could succeed. But Brianna argues that the obstacles are not the mountain. The obstacles are the symptoms. The mountain is not the thing you have to climb over to get what you want. The mountain is the unexamined trauma, the limiting beliefs, the emotional resistance you carry inside of you. The mountain is your own identity resists its evolution. We try to change our circumstances when we should be changing our minds. The resistance, the procrastination, the doubt, these are the defense mechanisms of the mountain. You are the one putting the boulders in your own path, not because you want to fail, but because a part of you is desperately trying to keep things exactly the way they are, based on a faulty safety program running in your deep system. How do we climb that mountain when the mountain is us? First, stop labeling the sabotage as a moral failure and start seeing it as an emotional choice. When you catch yourself procrastinating, don't say, I am useless. Say, what familiar emotion am I trying to regulate right now? You can't fight the mountain. You have to integrate it. You have to look at the fear that is creating the obstacle. and show that the new successful path is safer than the old one. 2. Start small. Commit to the tiny, uncomfortable action today. Not to crush that mountain, but simply to move one small stone and show your system that the predicted danger never arrives. 3. Stop perfectionistic thinking. Aim to strive for excellence, not perfection. Make small improvements and note progress on the way towards accomplishing the desired goal. And, my dear listener, there is the challenge of this week. Instead of pushing through resistance, you're going to become curious about it. And this week, you'll identify one area where you are self-sabotaging and trace it back to the emotional safety it's providing. So, Day 1. Name your block. Write down one specific area where you're stuck right now. Be concrete. Don't judge. For example, I haven't started writing my book. Or, I keep canceling gym sessions. Day 2. Catch the sabotage pattern. Today, observe yourself. When does the resistance show up? Write it down. The trigger moment when you think about doing the thing. What do you do instead? Scroll, pick a fight, clean, or overthink? Day 3. Ask the uncomfortable question. Complete the sentence honestly. If I actually succeed at this, I would have to become someone who? What identity shift scares you? What would you have to give up or take on? Day 4. Find the familiar pain. What does staying stuck give you? Complete. By not doing this, I get to keep feeling safe, small, blameless, like the old me, comfortable in struggle, staying in a victim state. Day 5. Move one stone. Remember, choose the smallest possible action toward your goal. Not impressive, just uncomfortable. 2 minutes of writing, researching one gym near you, sending one email, you name it. Do it. Notice that the danger your subconscious predicted doesn't arrive. Day 6. Reframe the script. When resistance shows up today, don't say, "Oh, I'm lazy." Instead say, "A part of me is trying to keep me safe, thank you. But I'm safe moving forward too." Day 7. Reflect. Write. What did you discover about your mountain? What familiar emotion was the sabotage protecting? What's one small stone you can keep moving this week? And yes, your new life is going to cost your old one. It's going to cost you comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you relationship and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. It doesn't matter. The people who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. And you are going to build a new comfort zone around things that actually move you forward. Instead of being liked, you are going to be loved. Instead of being understood, you're going to be seen. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person you no longer are. We have let our fear control our actions. It's time now to let our actions control our fear. And don't forget to share your discovery. Post your biggest insight. Share with me. What did you learn about the mountain you've been building? Remember, you're not broken. You're not lazy. You're just protecting an old version of yourself that's afraid to evolve. And now you know how to show it a safer path forward. I'm Olena. Flow and stay focused. Thank you.